Oh, we're getting friends here. Who's that? Squirtle. That's Hobbs. Hi. Hi, Hobbs. You little vandal. You little hoodlum.
Okay, well, I broke it, but I can't scoop it because...
Oh, they're in there. Alright. Hello again. This video will be
our road trip to, we're off to market our lamb, whether it's cuts, whole lamb, whole butcher carcasses, whatever the store would like. So we're off on a road trip to provide information to see if any of these stores would like to carry our local lamb versus wherever they're currently getting their lamb from.
Because this is the first year, this 2023, we now have 5 groups of lamb, 5 lambs every 2 weeks goes into our abattoir butcher. So we feel we're finally at a level that we can supply retail outlets. So that's local delis, grocery stores, butcher shops. So
maybe the odd restaurant, possibly.
And when we did this road trip, the first day we went out to Vernon, which is about 75 kilometers south of us, to do a couple stores there. And on day 2, we did Vernon, and then we went up through Salmon Arm and Enderby, and then came home. And day 2 was Armstrong, because there was quite a few places on the way to Armstrong through Tappan and such.
So rephrase that, because we went Vernon, Armstrong, Enderby the first day, and then the second day we went Salmon Arm.
Okay, well I can edit that to make it look right. So at the time of this video, I think we've got 1, 2, we did Kamloops a few days ago, so we don't have that. But mostly it's just road trip, like some of the sites that we see along the ways. We didn't really show a lot of the stores in case they don't cover stuff or didn't want stuff. So it's just mostly road trip stuff and what we see along the ways there. But yeah, we have a package we hand out and do that. And at the time of this video, there is currently 1, 2, 3, 4 different places that will, 3 different places right now between Kamloops and Salmon Arm that will take lamb. We got deliveries to do this week. One store in Kamloops already has it, and on the 14th we'll have another place in Salmon Arm taking some sausages.
Yeah, and then he'll probably be interested in whole lambs come March, April. He's got another local farmer that he has booked some whole carcasses with for February, so I'm fine with that. I don't mind working with other farmers and ranchers, because we all have to work together to make this work, because we can't all supply everybody.
The other part of this video is just getting ready for the cold weather. We were kind of excited before the cold weather came because we were getting some melt in this alleyway, and we were kind of hoping that we could clear some stuff up that's buried and find that so that we could start building our fence line feeders. Unfortunately, we had a cold snap coming that nobody knew when this cold was, how long it was supposed to come. It was supposed to be 6 days when we first heard of minus 25. And then it went to 3 days, and then it went to 2 days, and then it went up to 4. So what we're doing to sort of prep out and get ready for that. So just some of the stuff we learned from before and trying to save money on fuel. So you watch that to see how it sort of changed from the very first video that we did. And I think that's all that was there. Oh, and then just doing waters and talking while we're doing waters, or I'm doing waters. She was off to the market. Because we also do the farmers markets. That's right. You were back to Kamloops Farmers Market this week. So we also do farmers markets. Not only do we supply retail, we do farmers markets.
Farmers markets I do, Kamloops, Vernon, Armstrong, and Chase, depending on seasonality.
And then
right now it's just Kamloops and Armstrong for winter, but come the outdoor market season, I do Enderby in the winter, but they're done for the now. So for the outdoor season is Kamloops, Vernon, Chase, and Enderby, or Armstrong.
And then we also sell breeding stock.
Yes, we kind of do it all. So.
We kind of do it all, yeah.
And we were processed trying to do our own sheepskins, but I just found a place that will tan them washable for us, so
We were doing our own sheepskins, but they weren't machine washable, right?
they weren't machine washable. And I just found a place that's pretty reasonable to get washable sheepskins done up. So I'm just in the process gonna do the video on prepping those for shipping.
And we might do a bit of a video on just, we have a few downstairs that need to come out and we need to finish them. So we can probably piece together something from start to finish of doing the sheepskins if you want to do them yourself.
Not cheaper.
Less labor intensive to ship them and get them back, and then we get machine washable, which opens up the market quite a bit more. They won't be hospital grade because hospital grade is
actually the quality of the sheepskin, not the tanning process. So I don't know how to find what the...
I think it's probably going to be a breed change, and we don't need to do a breed change to get the quality up for hospital or medical grade. So we're just going to do machine washable, so your horse pads,
get motorcycle pads, motorcycle seat pads,
seat covers,
car seat covers,
things for like infants.
Yeah, and they'd be great for infant cribs and stuff. But yeah, unfortunately, medical grade is nothing to do with the actual tanning process. It has to do with the quality of the sheepskin, and I don't think ours will ever meet that. So,
What are we doing here?
we're going to find potential customers.
Oh, we're doing advertising, customers, checking. So might as well have it on the thing, right?
Oh, great, yes.
So, because my other phone, the memory's full, I thought I'd try and see how well this one works, my old one. So we're on our way to Farmstrong. There's one place in Farmstrong, Armstrong Farmstrong.
Yes, one place.
And then there's two in Enderby.
Yeah, I don't know about the IGA, but I thought, what the hell.
Might as well try it. So, and then we'll do the other stuff on maybe Wednesday.
Yeah.
Sure. I figure these videos here should be the start of another week, because I have to finish the videos that are on my phone of last week from like Wednesday on stuff. So, but I can't stop doing this sort of documenting stuff without just because my phone has no memory in it. So I thought I'd use my old phone that has memory. Oh, there's dorpers over here somewhere. That barn's got dorpers, I think. Am I gonna see the dorpers? Aww.
Behind this truck.
There they are, dorpers! That was fast.
Sorry.
That's okay. I don't think that wrecker's still there that has that Mustang. Maybe they are, I don't know. I think it might have to do with this place here. That's kind of a cool place. The Enderby Cliffs up there. Out to Enderby for the last two stores.
Yep.
They ripped all this train track out, didn't they? There's nothing left along there. The Enderby Armstrong line.
Yeah.
Did that go all the way to Salmon Arm at one time, this train track?
I don't know. I don't know what used to be on this one.
Oh, but across the road right. Aw. Went that way somewhere. Huh. Oh dear. I have to look at the Google Earth and see where the line used to be. Oh, the cliffs are cool. This is, I don't know what type of sheep are here. Are they dairy sheep here, or they're, what the heck is here? No, there's no dairy sheep here.
Dairy sheep.
I think it's just, I keep looking at this barn and thinking this would be a great dairy sheep barn. There is sheep there.
There's sheep there.
Yeah, there's one outside.
Some sort of wool breed.
They're a wool breed, I just don't know what they... And this is that stop.
Log barn.
The log barn. Yeah, very cool tourist stop thing. Never been there.
Neither have I.
Or at least that I can remember.
Yeah.
Then you got got to be careful on this road because of the elk, caribou, elk. Big, huge, like 50 head elk herd or something that comes across the road and grazes these fields and then heads all the way up into the back mountains there, over towards the Trinity. There's tracks all through the middle of this field. All those cliffs are looking cool up there. Dispensary, another dispensary. They're everywhere. We're in Enderby's rebuilding this gas station, which will be nice.
There's one here, there's one there.
Then I think there might be two here. Or there's two in there, there's one over there. And then I think that's the end of it, or is there one more, I think, before? I think there's one down this road where this car is.
And then that pink shack down there.
And this is where the winter market was for Enderby. Oh yeah, down there. Oh, there's another one. Yeah. This is a really cool building. That's, what is it? Splatson Center. Very cool. That's where the winter farmers market was for Enderby. Just a wicked cool building. Alright, well, I think we've got to figure out where we're going here. To the next two stores. So.
I don't know.
You know where they are? Okay. This is where our printer is too, where it does all our signs and whatnot.
Pretty much going right across from
Right
the
across.
printer.
Oh, right by the alert code. Oh yes. Alrighty. Fed, waters, main flock has got food and waters. Their new bale, Donkey and Rodney boys. Food and water is good. These guys got a bale, food, or got their hay. Yes, you do, Elizabeth. Food and water. And the rams have food and water. Dogs are in the yard. I think everything's taken care of. Oh, and the horses are good for food till tonight. So we are good to go. And everything's locked up. Locked up. Oop. Sorry. Come on. Okay, good to go. Into the market machine. Market mobile. The bar mobile. Okay. Oh, it's sure melting here. Anyways, away we go. Is this that deadly corner that everybody... Yeah, this is the one they've had to re-engineer it like 3 times because people keep getting into accidents. That's a cool motorcycle museum. That's where the Rusty Bros went to that time to get something for a motorcycle or something. Oh, this is so beautiful through here. We've bought hay up in the backside of here somewhere once. Or we just took this road back there somehow and ended up over on that mountain and around. I don't know, we've been everywhere. Oh no, we bought hay right up on that mountain from that fella this spring, summer.
That haylage.
The haylage guy. Oh, that stuff was good hay, yeah. No, he was up, he's just right up below, yeah. He was right below, there's condos or development being built onto that mountain. He was right below that. Yeah. Ah, yeah. No, it's nice and big and open here. Cell tower. We also bought hay from a dairy farm just at the bottom of this hill.
That was a nice hay.
That was really nice hay. That's like the quality of hay that we get now, like high quality hay. But that's dairy farmers, right? They produce some nice hay. Yeah, that field right there that we're coming up to, we bought hay not off of that, but it was cut off of that. This is where that accident was they're doing a recovery on? Yeah. Yeah, that farm right there, that's where we bought hay. Huh. This was the accident from last night.
Yeah.
That's a little truck to be... Oh, they're unloading... That dairy farm is where we bought. And then up this road here, that's where we went for that other stuff underneath that complex. Yeah, he was a really nice guy. Yeah, I think that was like the first year that we had our Dodge truck.
Yeah.
Because I think yeah. And then we went to where Guy has Benny's father-in-law. I don't know. When that property sold, they did an auction and sold all the farm stuff, and we met that guy at that auction just in Barnhartvale. This is really damp down here, this little farm area that we're coming up to. This whole field and whole area always gets wet. But that's a long time farm. They got lots of infrastructure set up there. This was an old dairy right here that shut down, yeah. Ew. There's a lot of old dairies. They're smaller though. The older you get, the smaller they is. It's a shame seeing that roof on that building collapse down there, because you know they're not using it enough that you could recover. If you had time, you could go recover a building like that and you'd have a really nice one. It's just a shame that people don't want to. Well, I guess a lot of people, they sort of they retire out on the farm and don't have a transition plan out from farming.
Yeah,
so
if their kids don't want to take over the farm.
Yeah. Or they didn't have kids, or the kids don't want to do it. Yeah, so. And then we're coming up where that white truck's coming out was Mike Hall's Field of Dreams. Is that what it was called?
Yep.
Now it's a towing company. But that's where the Field of Dreams was. There was always cars parked up here that you're like, ooh, pieces of crap that nobody else would want, but you're like ogling them all the time. Those guys are always wheeling and dealing and stuff, but we're coming up to the White Post Auto Museum, and then the Rusty Bros are right there. That's their shop. That's not their shop. That's not their shop. Their shop is back there more. Behind this place. I'm just gonna look this way because I'm always looking onto the other side of the road. See there? Oh, you've seen it. Because I'm always looking at the farms and the horses over here, so I hardly... Goats. Goats. Yeah, I like goats. See, that's the problem. I never look over here to see what's going on because I'm always looking at goats. Or horses. Or cows. Albert, oh, is this where we went up this road here is where we got our llamas?
Yes.
Yeah, we got our 3 llamas. Shadow, Cleo, and Lindis. We had 3 llamas. Shadow's the only one left alive. So Cleo passed away at our farm. And then Shadow and Lindis went to another sheep farm that we know really good. And then Lindis passed away, and then Shadow's the only one left, and she's at some other friends of ours, and she's doing really awesome. She has a smaller flock of sheep to look after, so she's super happy, and she has a barn she goes in all the time. So yeah, she's a spoiled llama now.
She's a spoiled llama. She's actually getting along with the dogs.
She's working with
works with the dogs.
Oh. Yeah, so she's got her best place now. Truck. So yeah, this is all brand new here now, isn't it? There was a road, I think right up, I got my phone. There's a road right up here somewhere off to our left that we picked up down behind all this stuff. That's where we got all that hay equipment and sprayer for like nothing.
Yeah.
Did we get 2 balers or we got 1 baler? We got 2 balers,
2 balers,
sickle bar mower, and a rotary rake, and a PTO mounted sprayer with the boom arms that go out. We got all that just down. I don't even know how to get there anymore. This is so different. What did they do here, man?
I don't know.
It's down there somewhere. And there's a big chicken barn there. But yeah, we picked all that up for like dirt cheap a couple of years ago. Kind of needs some restoration work done on it, but yeah. And then this road down here goes all the way to the Salmon River Road. Well, that is Salmon River Road, isn't it? Somewhere. But that goes all the way back. You can get to where we go to get hay. Turn off the Vernon Highway. I can't remember. Falkland. Just about 7 kilometers south of Falkland.
Right here, something to break the snow off, but they're right here.
These panels are all here. Okay.
Yeah.
Was that the only place they were?
I think so. Other than that, they were lined up. We got...
Oh, right there. Right there is where they were lined up. And then this thing is still probably stuck. Yeah, I see some right here. This needs to be busted out. And then it's just little broken logs, but then we could get in here with the machine and break this all down and maybe get that feeders going. Hi, cutie. Legs. Joyous. Okay. The melt might be good before the bad freeze again. Well, I guess it's not a bad freeze, but hi. Look at your scars.
Sorry, buddy.
3. Hey, little and friend. Little's having fun. Hi, Little. This little one here? Yeah. She's still a little bit not pleased with that. Okay, we'll feed you guys. They like the bigger space for the day. Little's doing a chair around here. Okay, you guys gotta wait until we finish feeding and then you can come ripping up into the top area. Mr. Skurs. Mr. Skurs. Got the little horns, Mr. Skurs. You guys trying to climb each other? Hi. Nibbles! God, he's handsome. Oh, easy! We gotta feed you guys first. Oh, lambs! Okay. That's a bottle, lambs. Okay, okay. See if the horse's original spring still has water in it here. Oh, she's away down there. Oh, it's not that bad. It's actually coming back up since it got colder. That's not bad. Oh yeah, that's not bad. Hey, so because that one water source there, the water level was going too low for the horses, we had to clear out another path for them down to the other water source, just down this way. So we'll head down here and see what this looks like. We came in here earlier this week and plowed this path down here. At least this way they'll know they've got a water source, because they'll see the cleared path and try and venture a little bit investigation-y, because horses are always curious. But it got so warm, I don't know, when it got warm the water levels should drop down, and now that it's starting to freeze back up again, the water level's coming up. But when it also gets really warm, the horses get puddles in the middle of the easement, so they drink out of that instead. That's not bad. So worst case, I guess, if they have to come down to this one, they can. It's kind of mungy. They drink out of it when it's in the summer. So, but that top one has still got quite a bit of water in it, so I think that's where they'll be drinking out of. That was just something we had to get prepped up. Not because the cold weather was coming, because it seems when the cold weather comes, I guess the ground hardens up and doesn't absorb any more moisture, and the water level comes up. But when it gets warm, I think that it thaws out and the water level drops, because when it thaws you'd think it would start filling up with the runoff, but it did not. So that top one, now that it's freezing up, is actually getting fuller, so they got good source of water. We'll just go put this back over at the top one here, because with it freezing up for the next 2, 3, 6, I don't know what the temperature's doing, days, we'll probably be pulling out of this one right here and breaking that for them. So there's more stuff, but there we go. So that's just a couple extra things we had to do, mostly because of the warm weather, not so much because of the cold. So but we got to keep an eye on it all the time. We're over here every day breaking water, so we're checking it anyways. If it isn't frozen, we're checking it to make sure it's not too low, and if it's frozen, we're over here breaking it. So now that we got the cold weather coming, we have to change a little bit how we've been doing the waters. So we got this laundry sink in our mud room, so we hook up the hose to that. We run the hot and cold waters. Gives the animals a little bit of a warm mix, and then we take the hose all the way out, Freya, to the waters. And then we'll take this hose and we'll run it to the water in there, and then we'll run it to those waters there, and then we'll take another 2 more 50-footers and run it all the way down to the main water, to the mains, and then to the Rodney and the donkey down there. Water tub behind them, water tub, hose. Hose goes all the way up. So there's 50 feet of hose right to there. And then goes all the way up. Freckles. Another 50 foot right there. And then back to where you saw in the house. So red hoses does to these two. One of the green hoses into that barn. The other 150 feet of hose all the way down to there. And the other one down to where Rodney is there. So that'll come from there and we'll just take it all the way over to Rodney. So that way it just gives us the mix, the warm cold, makes it so it doesn't freeze so fast. The other thing we've been doing for getting ready for the cold weather is we're putting twice as much hay out. So this is for the ewes and the lambs and the chain link barn and all the babies and mamas and all them. Each one of these bales will feed them about 5 days. So having the two there, we've got 10 days. There's about, I think, 2 meals off of this. So we've essentially got 9 days still left there. So that should definitely get us through the cold weather here, as opposed to and start the tractor up and then go all the way down to our hay pile down behind this by that truck there, and then bringing hay up. If the tractor doesn't have to start, it saves us diesel. And it saves us headache having to come out here, run the generator to heat the tractor up, and then having to run the tractor to get its hydraulics warmed up. This is a way to save fuel and headache, so we know we won't run short of feed for these guys for the next, like them there, that's probably gonna last, 8 or 9 more days. The same thing we did with the rams. The problem we had with the rams here is they ran out of feed at kind of a weird time, so we couldn't just put a bale out and then wait till they were done because we'd be in the middle of the cold weather. So what we see here is we do have 2 bales out, but we've already gone through half of this. Now it's supposed to get really cold tonight, which means our equipment's going to have trouble starting in the next 2 or 3 days. So that's about when this might run out. So we just decided to put one down and feed out what we have. So there's 5 days there, probably 2.5 days there. So we've still got 7, we'll say 7. So that'll get us through till it warms up. So that was just a preparation we've decided to do now. So as you can see, we've sort of separated all the feeding areas into the different groups. Instead of feeding off of 1 or 2 bales at a time, each group has their own sort of stash. We'd probably go through a bale a day, a bale and a half a day for everybody around here, probably a bale, I think. Let's just see. We go through about a bale a day. So we'd be having to have the equipment running, bringing a bale out, feed it out, bring the equipment, feed it out, which burns through a lot of fuel. So what we did for the mains, because you'll see they got their feeder in there. That feeder lasts about 2.5 days. We put a bale in last night, so that should last today and tomorrow, and then Monday they might need one, but we prepared by putting 2 extra bales close to where we got to feed them, and then we've still got a half a bale here. This is the only group here that they'll burn through a little bit faster, and we might have to move some, but thankfully our feed isn't that far away from where we got to feed them. So if we have to, it might start to warm up and we can get the skiddy running, but at least this way we've got a supply here and we're a little bit better prepared. Like I said, we don't have to run the machines, we don't have to idle and warm up them. It just gives us a little bit less stresses when it gets cold, so we can just look after them. We've started bedding their sheds all out in straw, so that when it gets colder, they all tuck into their buildings and it's like wall-to-wall sheep. They're gonna be cozy, nice bedding, because that's where they're gonna wanna spend their time. We don't have to start up the truck, we don't have to start up the tractor, we don't have to start up the skid steer. When it gets cold like it's gonna get, if it gets down to minus 15 or 20-ish, we'll say 20, we gotta run the generator in the morning and we gotta run the generator at night just to make sure that, because it stays warm. Our generator doesn't have a block heater, so in order to keep it able to start, we keep the doors closed on the garage here, and we'll just run the generator for an hour. It heats the whole air up in the garage, it brings the ambient temperature up, and that machine will be able to start and it'll keep us in power. The batteries don't usually freeze up too bad in here, but that's the problem you got to worry about if the batteries are outside. So again, running that generator 2 times a day for an hour at night, an hour in the morning, keeps the batteries warm. So just some things we got to do. I would like to have put a bunch of hay along the edges of this building. There was just as a wind break and maybe a bit of insulation, but there's really no way through here. This is the only path through. And now that we've turned this into a yard, I'd have to strip all this fence down and get the hay stacked over there. There is a bunch of hay along the back of this building, but I wanted to put some on the side. We just be prepared for the worst. Bed everything, get extra feed out, make sure we got fuel, and we don't have to run our equipment if we don't need to. So, and then just doing the waters like we're doing here. So I'm hoping that makes sense. I don't know. I kind of ramble, and then I have that brain to mouth where I think I said something, but it might have got lost between the expanse there. So yeah, the only thing we might need to do is on Sunday, I think we're sorting lambs for market. Anyways, so I hope that makes a bit of sense and you get it. If you don't, didn't understand something or I didn't explain it well enough, try to do that a little bit better here. Oh, the donkey Rodney also have a bale. What am I looking here? Don't focus on me, you bugger. All right, it's in that brown area. Right there's their hay bale. That hay bale will last them a month, and they got it a little while ago, so they still got like 3 weeks on that, 2 weeks. Their bale goes a lot further now, and they are doing okay. It's been a week yesterday since Cassidy passed. They're doing pretty good. So anyways, I hope that makes sense. I hope I explained it well enough. I think Butch is appreciative of his bedding in his shed. It started to get cold, so you're tucking in, buddy? Good donkey. Not that you guys haven't made beds out here, Rodney. All your hay. At least he can find something to eat through the day. He stays warm. That's good too. Sambuca. Hey, easy kid. Sambuca, it's okay. See if I can see this here. You got something in your eye. Let me get it out. There it is. It's right at the corner of your eye there. Try and get that out. There we go. Hey, I'll get it, kid. I gotta put this down. There's a... down. You see that? Come on. That was in her eye. Got that out. She was twitching. Look at that. You okay now? A lot better now. Hey, we got her fixed. Oh, flip this over. There we go. That's better. As she came up to me, she was twitching her head like twitch, 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 twitch. And I could see some of the, see on the side of her face, some of the burdocks. Her eye's going to be a little bit sore right now, but she's not twitching now. You're good, lamb. I'll look after you too if you had a problem. But I think we got her feeling better. That was scary. I thought it was something bad. It was just a pokey in her eye. We got her fixed up.
I hope you enjoyed our local scenery that we see when we drive to these cities, because I mean it kind of gets boring for us because we see it all the time, especially me because I'm always out those places doing farmers markets. It's nice that Greg gets to come out and see it, and he might see something different that, you know, I've seen a gazillion times, so I ignore it and he says, oh, that's kind of cool.
So yeah, I hope you at least found it entertaining if you didn't find it educational. So anyways, have a good one.
Thanks for watching.